Good day, everyone. Today, I will be presenting the tools and technologies that I used to develop my project, Space Invaders Raylib Edition. This project was built using several software tools that work together to create a complete 2D arcade game. First, I used Visual Studio Code, also known as Versus Code, as my main code editor. It provides a lightweight and user-friendly environment for writing, organizing, and debugging my C++ source code. The integrated terminal also made it easier to compile and run the project. Second, I used the C++ programming language, which served as the core language for developing the entire game. C++ is widely used in game development because it offers high performance, fast execution, and efficient memory management. All of the game's mechanics, including player movement, enemy behavior, collision detection, scoring, and game logic, were implemented using C++. For graphics, input handling, audio, and rendering, used the Raylib Game Development Library. Raylib made it much easier to create a 2D game by providing built-in functions for drawing sprites, displaying text, playing sound effects, detecting keyboard input, and managing the game window. This allowed me to focus more on the gameplay instead of building these systems from scratch. To compile and build the project, I used Smake. Smake automatically generates the necessary build files and organizes the compilation process, making it easier to build the project across different operating systems. I also used Ninja Build as the build system. Ninja works together with Smake to compile the project quickly and efficiently, especially when rebuilding after making code changes. The project was compiled using the Ming W64 GCC compiler, which converts the C++ source code into a Windows executable file that can be played directly. For creating and editing game assets such as sprites, icons, and interface elements, I used AI-generated graphics and basic image editing tools. These resources helped improve the overall appearance of the game while maintaining a retro arcade style. To add audio, I used sound effects and background music that are compatible with Raylib's audio system. These sounds make the gameplay more immersive by providing feedback for shooting, explosions, menu navigation, and boss battles. During development, I also used Git for version control. Git allowed me to keep track of changes, organize my progress, and restore previous versions whenever necessary. Finally, for future expansion, the project can also be compiled for web browsers using Emscripten, which converts the C++ game into WebAssembly. This allows the same game to run inside modern web browsers without rewriting it in another programming language. In summary, the main tools used in developing this project are Visual Studio Code for coding and debugging, C++ as the main programming language, Raylib for graphics, audio, input handling, and game rendering, Smake for project configuration, Ninja Build for fast compilation, Ming W64 GCC as the compiler, Git for version control, AI-generated assets and image editing tools for graphics, Emscripten for optional web deployment. These tools work together to help me develop a complete and functional Space Invaders game with smooth gameplay, modern features, and an organized code structure. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation has helped you understand the technologies and development tools used in creating my project.